Yo, 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 today we're talking about Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista, the battle of the hate watches. I think there's going to be two sides to this fight, the side that hates Mario and the side that hates Umar. Me personally, I hate Mario a bit more. I don't really hate him, but I do dislike him for the fact that he did rob our GOAT, Jose Aldo, although it isn't even his fault. Still, it's just not a great feeling because of the game plan that he was implementing as well against our GOAT. Umar, on the other hand, to be honest, bro, I thought that he was in the right in the Umar and Merab situation because he wasn't talking shit. He was acting normal. Yes, he got pushed, right? Obviously, he got pushed because of the name. He went from Begzat Almakhan to Corey Sandhagen. Yes. But he beat Corey Sandhagen, bro. So why does he not deserve a title shot when there was just no clear person for Marab to fight and he wanted to stay active himself? So I feel like it's kind of weird how Marab handled that situation. He still won. He looked a bit weird in like overall in the build up. I felt like Umar had the right things to say, like I just want to fight you. Obviously you have to sell the fight a bit as well. I don't even think that he was talking that disrespectfully, but at some point Marab was going pretty far and Umar reacted to it by trying to fight him outside the fight itself, the event itself, which for Dagestan is kind of understandable, especially these guys are both from the same region, from the Kafkas region, so it's not that crazy to me. I felt like he was overall in the right in that situation. But anyway, we're talking about the hate watch. I think that Umar versus Mario is a good fight. I think that there is a clear favorite here in the eyes of the public and obviously in the eyes of the bookmakers as well, because Umar is a big favorite. I think minus 400, minus 500, and in my eyes it makes all the sense in the world. I think that first off, I think that Umar will really improve everywhere after the Merab fight. I think that Khabib was on his ass because he still showed a good fight, but Merab, bro, he kind of embarrassed him. Like, not with the performance that Umar gave him, but with showboating, with whatever he did, like taking him down, not even following up, and then laughing, dancing in the fifth round. So to me, it felt like Umar was embarrassed himself as well. Not because he fought bad, not because he has a bad skill set, but just because he just got embarrassed by Merab. That's what it is. And I think that Khabib was really on his ass in the last 6-7 months. 6-7 months. Umar obviously had the injury, so he wasn't able to train too hard, too much. But the last 2, 3, 4 months he was able to train again, and he's fighting, like I said, Mario Bautista, a good fighter. But I wouldn't say he has anything special. The punches aren't too special, the kicks aren't too special, the striking overall is pretty good, but it's not amazing. There's not a lot of power behind it. The grappling is fine, the wrestling is pretty good, but what in his arsenal is as good or close to being as good as Umar's? I feel like maybe the boxing is. Umar's boxing is nothing too special. His striking is pretty good with the kicks, but I don't think that his boxing necessarily is super good. His wrestling obviously is very good. He was out wrestling and beating Merab in the first 2 rounds. The grappling is very good. Cardio is also very good, but against Merab, bro, there's almost no one that can keep up that pace. And we saw that he was able to keep up the pace against Corey Sandhagen. And I think that he was pulling away even in rounds 3, 4, and 5, which really impressed me because I know that Corey has good cardio as well. So that was really impressive to me. But obviously, like I said, against Merab is just a whole different game. If you put Mario against Merab, it's probably gonna be the same because that's just what everyone looks like against a guy like Merab. So I'm not gonna shit on Umar's cardio just because he gassed out in the 5th round versus Merab Dvalishvili, bro. The literal machine. So that's fine by me, right? Umar, in my opinion, is the better striker, better wrestler, better grappler. I think he has a better team, better coaches. I think he has a chip on his shoulder now to really make this a good fight, make this a good performance. I'm hoping he doesn't get a title shot right away, because he already got pushed this quickly to the title shot, although he was deserving of it at that point. I think that he needs one fight after this, a good performance after this, to get the Merab rematch or Piotr Yan fight. We don't know, obviously. So I like Umar here. I think he wins. He might even get a finisher because he has that much of a chip on his shoulder, but I don't think so, because Mario is a very good fighter. He is not chinny. He has good defense on the ground, and he has very good cardio as well. So I think it's going to be a pretty clear decision win here for Merab. I think that's for Umar. I think that's going to be a 30-27, and I think Umar by decision is honestly a nice bet to have. I just don't see how Mario could win this, to be honest. I would like to see it because he has honestly fraud checked a few guys now, and even though like at this point it's not a fraud check if Umar loses, but if we look at it, Patchy Mix fraud check. This was a real fraud check. Jose Aldo, he beat him. Jose Aldo, he beat him by split decision. He beat our GOAT, but honestly I thought that was kind of a robbery. Ricky Simone, he beat him, was very good. And look at this guy, he's on a sneaky 8-fight win streak at this point. Jay Perry, terrible. Brian Keller, at that point, terrible. Benito Lopez, terrible. Guido Canetti was 40. Damon Blackshear, robbery. A lot of people thought that this was a robbery. Then good fight against Ricky Simone. And then a robbery and a fraud check. So he has not even faced someone remotely close to the level of Umar. Well, Jose Aldo, right? But this was a very old Aldo. This was not the same Aldo we know and love. And look at this guy, bro. How do you lose to Trevin Jones, dog? And think that we are not picking Umar, bro. Okay, he beat Sergey Morozov, killed him, did the same thing to Keller. Nate Maness dominated him, knocked out Hamdi Barcelos, got knocked down here by Begzat Amakhan, but we could see, man, Begzat is good. He knocked out Katona as well, so this guy's good. And then beat Corey Sandhagen to a very, I don't want to say dominant, it was still kind of competitive, but very clear, very comfortable decision, so to speak. So I'm saying Umar wins this one, decision. And then next up, you give him a guy like, I don't want to say Zahabi, but someone not like Sean O'Malley. I don't think that the UFC would want this. I don't think that the UFC would want to give Sean O'Malley to a guy like Umar. So honestly, maybe a guy like Figgy, something like this would be interesting. And once Umar gets a good performance there, beats a guy like Figgy, then you put him against our bantamweight GOAT. Merab is a bantamweight GOAT, 100%, bro. If you think differently, you don't know what you're talking about. He is 100% bantamweight GOAT. And because he's this active, he's already had 3 title defenses, beat so many good fighters like Jose Aldo, Sean O'Malley, Piotr Yan, even like he beat some of these guys even before he was the champion, bro. Henry Cejudo, who was before this the bantamweight, well, not the bantamweight GOAT, but one off, also beat Marlon Moraes. Umar, he beat Sean O'Malley again. Corey Sandhagen, he already beat Piotr Yan, dominated Piotr Yan, and if he does it again, bro, there's nothing really left except for the Umar rematch. And honestly, thinking about it, bro, I could see Umar winning the rematch. I'm not saying 100%. I'm not saying that I'm confident in him to win this. But like I said, bro, Khabib would be on his ass if they fight again, bro. This is going to be different Umar we're going to see. And like I said, he was winning the rounds number 1 and 2. And a lot of people thought that he was winning round number 5 up until Merab decided to actually win it back. I didn't. I thought that 3, 4, 5 were clearly for Merab. I didn't think that it was close. You could see that Umar was just that. Like, it wasn't. To me, you could see that Merab was just playing with him. So I don't know how people thought that Umar was winning round 5. Some even thought that he won round 5, which is pretty interesting to me. I think that the cardio is always going to be a problem for this guy like Marab, for everyone, for anyone in this division, for anyone in the UFC, for anyone ever. I don't think that I've honestly seen someone with this type of pace or this type of unlimited gas tank. I think that maybe Alexander Volkanovski might come close, but overall, bro, I haven't seen something like this. So it would have to be 1, 2, 3 Umar. 1 and 2 are probably likely secured, but even then, bro, that's not even 100% because we could see that in the second round against Corey Sandhagen, Merab rocked him badly, bro. While Corey was doing well, Merab just came out and hurt him badly, almost knocked him out. Almost knocked him out. And I think that this is a scary version of Merab, bro. We know that Umar is improving. He's not a finished product, but I don't think that Merab is a finished product either. I know that this guy's 34, 35 at this point. 34, and he will be 35 in a few months. But he is not a finished product. So I don't want to hear people say, yeah, but Umar is getting better. But so is Merab, bro. So is Merab. So in the rematch, I would still have to go for Merab because I think that he's getting better. The cardio is always going to be a problem. So I am going with Muradvashvili in a potential rematch, but we're going to have to see. And on UFC 321 against Mario Bautista, I got Umar Nurmagomedov winning 30-27. The hate watch against Mario will be unreal. Let's go for that.